It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Giants, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. So glad y'all could join us for this game. Kate, Scott, and Brock Hewitt on the call for it, and we're expecting quite a bit of offensive gamesmanship, partner. Some veteran savvy out there. Both of our starting quarterbacks have spent quite a long time in this league, and they've got plenty of experience to show for it.
Yeah, I like the way you say that right there. Gamesmanship and veteran savvy. Father Time, he chases down these skill guys. It's a game that's getting younger and younger, right? Because, well, it's hard to be as fast as you've been when you were a rookie. But as a quarterback, you've got to use your years of experience. Both these guys have to play this game from the neck up and still play it at a high level.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off from MetLife. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out to one of the game's all-time leading passers. The top pick back in 2009. Still going strong, it's Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle Father Time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks as we see him age. We see the arm fall apart. We see the wear and the tear and the velocity disappear. You're just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue, but you cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field. I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in the phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. That's complete. Nakua on the left side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. They take the handoff now, Stafford. Able to find Nakua here. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 39. And now they have a 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Gray now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game and a defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing from the gun here. Neighbors with a catch. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 43. That's incomplete left side. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're going to face third down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Russ is cooking again. He has the first over the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They run, here's Tracy. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Great opening drive continues. First and 10 at the 33. It's Tracy on the carry. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I know we all love the big home run plays, the highlight reel plays, but as an offense, these are just the stay-on-schedule kind of plays. But I love the commitment to this run game. Keep working that body, keep working that body, keep working that body, and eventually you could take the will away from your opponent.
This is Tracy. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That's a pickup of 9. And the Giants will have a first down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, Nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Ross off the play fake. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Tracy is in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants finish off their opening drive. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Gano ready to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. So the LA offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Defense showing blitz, Stafford. He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
As a quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
He gets this one to Nakua. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down by Paulson Adebo.
I feel so bad, I really do, and I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. Straight ahead with Williams. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Bobby Okereke making that stop. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. His pass caught by Nakua. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Second and 3 now. Stafford from the gun. This throw is caught. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Cardi now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Gray now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Wilson on 1st and 10. Caught by Theo Johnson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 31-yard play, and it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. 1st down, here's Russ. This is complete to Neighbors. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
He's got it. And that's a New York touchdown. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, it kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Gano for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants tie things up at 14. Gano ready to send this away. Return starts at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Rams and receiver Puka Nacua back out to take possession. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Man in motion here. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Adams. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it brings up an LA first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Running right, it's Williams. Good little rip there, looks like about 6. Tyler Nubin with the tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brought down by Paulson Adebo. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Stafford now on 1st down. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They fake the handoff, now Stafford. He's got it near the 8. To the house, touchdown LA! The Rams take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown! His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Now the 2nd time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a 2nd home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
Cardi now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Gray now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Giants and Russell Wilson headed back to the field now. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years,
They connect on the deep shot. Give him a full 40 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Wilson now from the gun. He finds Neighbors right side. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Giants at a deficit. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. He finds Johnson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, then you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Once more, it's Wilson. Completed to his running back. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
1st down throw from Wilson. The throw is caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And he's brought down for a loss. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third and a lone yard coming up. They go right back to Tracy. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's Wilson. Getting out to his left. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants earn the chance to tie before halftime. Russell Wilson with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Gano's point after is good. And the Giants tie this game at 21. Gano ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
It's complete to Higbee. 35 on the pickup. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
We always hear about a tight end as a quarterback's best friend. That play is so indicative of it, Kate. You love a big target, and you know if you could hit him in stride, he's got a chance to get some big yards after the catch.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Into traffic, complete. And they get this down to the 28. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 28. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now they have 3rd and short. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Now Stafford again. Has it at the 7. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This just 21 yards down the pipe. Slide's kick is up and good. And they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Looking to throw. He puts some air under this one, deep right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. That brings us to halftime with the visiting Rams out in front. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So to begin the third quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Russ setting to throw. He's on the move. He takes it himself. And this one doesn't go far.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Second down now, 7 to go. A handoff to Tracy. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
The Rams showing a nickel look. Third down coming up. Russ now from the gun. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
I think in a situation like that, 3rd and inches, defense is certainly thinking stop the run first, but that's well done defensively. Not a problem for them to adapt and get into the right coverage and now force a critical 4th down.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And the fair catch made here at the 15. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Rams have their work cut out for them on this drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Stafford from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Stafford. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by Andrew Phillips. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
Now here comes the New York offense. They'll have a shorter field ahead of them now, Brock. That pick sets them up just shy of the 40. 1st and 10 from the 41. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Tracy once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Well, the offense wanted to spark, and he delivered a lightning bolt. Huge gain that totally changes the tone of this drive.
Big play sets him up pretty here with 1st and goal from the 5. Here's Tracy. Has the New York touchdown. The Giants pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants take a 4-point lead. Gano ready to send this away. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
Off the play fake, it's Stafford. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. Pass complete, 2-2 Atwell. And they make the tackle at the 38. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Stafford now on 1st down. That one complete to Higbee. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They fake the handoff now. Stafford looking for the end zone and a deep shot.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw, Stafford. Dump off caught by his back. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a gain of 12 there. And it brings up an LA first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Give to Williams from the gun. And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. This throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Throwing now from the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a 3rd quarter lead. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Cardi now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams push their lead to 3. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Gray now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants and this running back headed back out for a new series. They just witnessed maybe the most impressive drive we've seen all game, Brock, and now they get a chance to answer with one of their own. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds Slayton. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On play action now, Wilson. He's got Bellinger. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Ross off the play fake. Escapes the puck. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more, or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
And the Rams add a man to the secondary. We've got 5 in the nickel. 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
The Giants are set to punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Got 46 on his first punt, and this one's pushing a little more distance. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Rams will take possession. The Rams headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
From the 34. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
It's complete to Higbee. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now Stafford again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this is the punt you want every time. It bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. On the handoff, this is Tracy. Escapes a defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he just perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Finds his target, Robinson. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now it's a bootleg for him. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
I love a good bootleg just like every other quarterback does. And bootlegs are most effective, Kate, when you're running it first and you deceive that defense. But if you're not running it, or it's a poor fake, or you got a defense that is sound, well, you have the opportunity to get hit in the face in less than 2 seconds, just like that.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
They'll bring out the punter here. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Sanford. Throw reeled in by Higbee. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Here's 2nd and 5. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Oftentimes, play calling's like chess. You got to have just the right move. And in this case, well, that is checkmate. That's a crossing route versus man coverage. Just the right choice, and they got a completion out of it.
Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Rams holding on to a field goal lead. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Another run for Williams. Broke through the tackle. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
They go with Williams on the counter. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. A handoff for Williams, running left. And he's going to fight his way down to the 35-yard line. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
It's one of the biggest moments of the game for Joshua Carty. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. Got all of it, and this is good! And they're gonna grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're gonna send this one away. Gray now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Giants about to get to work on offense. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Connects with Slayton. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Back to throw. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Setting up to pass. Toward the sideline, and he locates Johnson. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Now hang on, they want to take another look at this play, and a very important call coming up late in this game. We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
They took a look just to be safe. You always appreciate that, but the call on the field stands. He'll look to throw it. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Throwing again. Here's Wilson. And he catches it to tie this game in the final minute. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
No change to the call on the field. So that play's going to remain a touchdown. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. Gano ready to send this away. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The visitors back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. On first down, here's Stafford. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Wanted to fit that one into Devontae Adams. And it sets up second down. Stafford from the gun. He's got the hook up to Adams. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. He's got the hook up to Atwell. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. They are throwing it again. Hits his running back. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. So there's the timeout called, and we're going to see if they think there's enough time for 2 plays or just one last snap. Every eye in this place now staring right at Joshua Carty. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And that, folks, is your game winner.
That kick was a heck of a distance, but with the adrenaline that you know he had flowing through him in that moment, it helped give him all the drive he needed to send the game winner through.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings his ball game to a close. So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And it took everybody at the end. First to set up that field goal, and then for him to go out and win it with that accurate kick. It wasn't a dominating win by any means, partner, but a great show of resiliency to fight back and steal it away. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Rams are winners as we say so long from New York.